Hey, do you guys want to know how Leatherface got his mask? Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning stars Jordana Brewster, Matt Bomer, and is directed by Jonathan Liebsman. So what's up, guys? It's been a long while since I did my last Texas Chainsaw review. I did Texas Chainsaw 3D, I think about a month ago or something like that. So I've been meaning to get back on the Texas Chainsaw review because we still got quite a few of them to go. And I'm going in reverse order, so we're doing the beginning. And I'm excited about this one because I think I might have saw a shred of it back in the day when it first came out, but I don't remember it at all. So it was like going into a brand new movie for me, really. I didn't remember any of it. So in Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, brothers Dean and Eric, they are getting ready to go to Vietnam. This is set in 1969, I believe. And so these guys and their girlfriends, played by Jordana Brewster and Deora Baird, they set out on one last road trip across Texas, and when you know it, they run into the Hewitt family. Not good. And like most Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, we get the same formula. These group of young people, they get stuck with the Hewitts, and they are completely tortured throughout. So how do you make that interesting over and over and over again? And I'm gonna say right out the gate, I actually had a damn good time with Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning. It's not perfect. It does follow a lot of the same old cliches, but I think it brings some new things to the table too. First off, I love how they wait until about half the movie until Leatherface actually starts, doing his damage. We see his birth at the beginning of the movie. Then when these teenagers are on the road and they hit this cow, and Uncle Hewitt, played by Arlie Remney, who you can tell just loves this role. He does most of the psychological and physical torture throughout the first half of this movie, and he does a damn good job actually. Especially the scene where he is forcing Dean to do push-ups and he is beating him with a crowd control stick. And what's interesting is these two young guys, you would think that they would be able to get out of this mess, but Arlie Remney really sells it. He is a psychotic lunatic, and he seems to always be one step ahead of Dean and Eric. Now, when this movie first started, I was worried that I was not gonna give two craps about these characters. And at first it was that way, but then by the time they are captured, I actually started coming around to them. They're not annoying. To give you a perfect example, the Friday the 13th remake, which is also a Platinum Dunes production, most of the characters in that movie I really disliked quite a bit. But this one, I didn't mind the characters. Now, they're not like amazing characters or anything, but they do their job for a horror movie. By the end of the movie, when they are captured, you do feel something for them. Now, speaking of Leatherface, there is quite a bit of carnage candy in this movie. And especially the scene where Leatherface dons his iconic mask without giving anything away. That scene, I can see how they probably were looking at an NC-17 rating because it is bloody as hell. And to me, I think this is where Jordana Brewster shines because earlier in the movie, when all the young people are captured, she is the one that gets away. And so it's really up to her to save the day. And you're really rooting for her character throughout the end of the movie. And one last pro that I really enjoyed was the ending, the dinner scene, which was very reminiscent of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You have Jordana Brewster tied to a chair, much like Marilyn Burns in the original. Now, there are some cons to this movie. They use quite a few scares of the jump kind, and that's about it. So you're not gonna be completely shocked by any of the violence in this movie, and it is very violent. It is graphic violence, but there is very little tension, I think, because there are quite a few jump scares. Also, this movie's not for everybody. I think this is more for horror purists because, like I said, it does get really graphic, really bloody. So if you're on a first date with a girl, you might not want to show her Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. Unless she's a huge horror fan, of course. But guys, in the end, overall, I would definitely give Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning a purchase worthy. I had quite a bit of fun with this one. And now I'm actually really looking forward to doing the remake, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is considered one of the best remakes out there. So guys, what are your thoughts on Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning? Looking forward to hearing them. Also, make sure you join the Killer Flicks Facebook group where we talk horror all day, every day. And by the way, I have done almost 200 horror reviews now. I have a horror playlist. Go in there and you could probably kill a Saturday watching all those horror reviews. So if you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd, and Drumdum out.